Yeah, now it's working. I guess I went on their thing. All right, so now I'm back on. I'm back.
Okay, give him just a moment. Let me get the link here.
All right. Hey, there he is. Hey, Becky. All Smiles is back. There we go. Sorry, guys. I was trying. They changed the thing where they have it, the streaming thing on beta, and I'm going to hang up on Mike because I can hear him in the background echo. So they changed the whole premise of how they do it. So I was trying it with their version because they're going to switch over, and I think it crashed me for some reason. I don't know what happened there. So sorry about that. We're having a great talk too. That's the scary part, right? It was going really great. But so yeah, sorry about that, everybody. So we're obviously going to give it more time here. We'll go to like 20 after 9, I guess will work. Maybe even 9:30. Give you an extra half an hour. How does that sound? Unbelievable. So I know I lost everyone. It was crazy. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. It's just boom and it crashed. So that was kind of nuts. But I am back on, so I apologize for that. So that's what I get for using their new format, and it's all screwed up. So I will stick with the old format while we're doing live chats until they force me to go to the new one. So yeah, that was nuts. The power went out last weekend for a short period of time. I think it was the bad weather, though. Yeah, the weather's definitely going to affect that. That's going to happen. Have I had shingles yet? No, never had shingles. Not everybody that's had chickenpox gets shingles. I think it's like 1 in 3 or 1 in 4 will get shingles. No new swatting. No, not at all. My cousin has had shingles, so he was one of those lucky ones that ended up with shingles. Oh, so just so you know, too, here, the cups that are not available at the moment on the website, we are going to be getting new cups in soon, so they will be available shortly. And you can get. Are you ready for the shizzle hits the fan? And I got to tell you the story behind that, so people that don't know. Obviously, you know, SHTF, right? So somebody says to me, I just want to hear you say it one time. I just want to hear you say it one time. And I'm like, okay, I'll say it one time. And I went, the shizzle hits the fan. So that's where that came from. And so that's where we got that from. So it's the shizzle hits the fan. Like I said, on my channel, guys, I try to, to keep it clean if I can, just because I just think let's see, is there a Legacy food sale? If you're looking to make a purchase with Legacy, contact me. I can definitely help you out. I can definitely give you a discount. But contact me at preppernurse1@yahoo.com. Shoot me an email. Give me your phone number. I will call you. And I can definitely work with you if you're looking to make a purchase with Legacy Foods. So I do not think a pandemic would happen. You know what? It very well could. How much meat are in the bags of Legacy food? Is it worth the price? Wisconsin Prepper just said that. I have not had one person that bought the meat. I have not had the meat myself, I'll be honest with you. But I have not had one person that bought the meat complain about the amount of meat that was in the bags. So I haven't had anybody, yeah, YouTube swatted my computer this time. Yeah, no kidding. It was just weird. It was like, bam, and it was gone. I was like, what just happened there? That was kind of crazy. But they do not export the Legacy to the UK. But a mug, yes. Julie, if you were interested in a mug, we can ship a mug to the US or a T-shirt, if you're interested in that as well. But unfortunately, Legacy does not ship overseas. They don't even ship to Canada. And they're right there. They're right to the north of us. So does Legacy compare to actual military MREs? No, JJ, it's totally different. The Legacy food is a freeze-dried food, guys, that has a 25-year shelf life, where your MREs are generally about 7 to 10 years. And you can eat MREs cold. They're better warm. I will tell you that. I've had them both ways. So thinking of others, what's your deal? Are you just trying to be funny? What are you talking about? I have no idea what you mean by that. Do I feel an EMP will happen soon? Uh, you know what, guys? I, I, I feel that something is going to happen. I can't say for sure that it would be an EMP. There's so many different things that it could be. I just feel like something will happen, and it could be any number of things. So to say that it's definitely going to be an EMP, I can't say with 100% certainty that that would be the event. It could be a lot of different things. Uh, there are two huge energy waves coming in April. They are massive. Blue Feather just said that. Yeah, I mean, like I say, the coronal mass ejection from the sun, guys, could shut down the entire planet. It would put us all in the entire planet back to where that is, that Mountain House is less amount for more money, but a good product. Mountain House is okay, but again, the largest portion sizes you guys are going to get is going to be with Legacy Foods. Nobody beats the portion sizes with Legacy Foods. So that I will definitely say. Do I like Alex Jones? Um, I can't say that I watch him a lot. I've seen some of his stuff. So, I mean, he's doing things his own way. And, he pisses people off on a general basis. So, I'm not ever going to get on here and bash anybody. He just does things differently than I would do. But, I'm not going to say anything negative about the guy. I think he's trying to help, to be honest with you. But does he tend to? You got to realize people in the news media, guys, everything is sensationalized. Would you let Buddy out, please? He's scratching on the door. Thank you. Um, but the thing is, the news media people, they have to sensationalize everything. It's always about grandiose, so making things bigger, and oh my God, the sky is falling, and all this type of stuff. I don't want to do that. That's not my deal, and it never will be my deal. So, Alex Jones is a shill. He belongs to them. Like I said, I have no idea. I'm just saying that, I'm not going to get on here and I'm not going to bash people. That's not what I do. I'm not going to cast judgments. I don't, like I said, if I knew the guy personally and I knew what he was about and what he was like, and like I said, if I knew him on a personal level, then I could say he's this or he's that, but I don't. So I really can't give you an opinion on that. You should see Blue right now, Smitty. Oh, he's talking to Smitty. Excuse me, why are you talking to Smitty? No, I'm only kidding. So, do you think anything will happen with the Yellowstone and all the activity going on there? It would not shock me, to be honest with you. Yellowstone probably is the one thing that probably scares me the most, or any super volcano, to be honest with you. It could be the one in California. It could be any of the other ones around the world. When, not if, but when one of those bad boys go off, that's a game changer. And people don't think that is. You better do your research, because that is a decimating event for the world. Very, very much so. So, that Yellowstone is a scary, scary situation. And will it go off at some point? Absolutely, it will. How soon? I have no idea, guys. Like I said, I do not make predictions at all. Have you seen the TV show Stranger Things? Oh yeah, the Upside Down World. Love that. Awesome, awesome show. Love that show. It could be worse than the asteroids killing the dinosaurs. Yeah, I mean, if Yellowstone goes off and it's a super event, if it is a top level event going off at Yellowstone, the United States is toast for the most part, and it would put so much stuff up into the upper atmosphere, and it would spread around the planet, and it would cut the sunshine off, cool the planet, and would put us into a volcanic winter that could last years, and that would be very, very bad. I mean, think about no plants growing, all the animals dying because there's no feed for them or nothing to eat. A lot of us would be dying because there's no more food to get. So, very, very scary stuff. Yellowstone is a scary thing, guys. Really, really is. Mountain Girl said, what's going on blank screen? Maybe it's your PC, Mountain Girl, but I can see, everybody just fine now. There's not really any prepping for Yellowstone. Uncle Sam just said that. Pretty much right about that. It's, again, those are events that when they happen, there's not anything you can do about it. You just try to survive as best you can. I always love when people say, oh, why would I want to live through this? It would be so horrible. Why would I want to live through that? It would be terrible, and and everything else. The will to live is so strong in all of us. How long will seeds store for? Seeds. Usually about 7 years possibly. If you freeze them, they'll last longer. I always add more seeds all the time, just because I believe in just always upgrading and making sure that I have more. Millions of acres underwater in the heartland, major flood shortage, no crops, no livestock, survival prepping 101. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to be doing an updated video on that tomorrow, about the loss of livestock, about the loss of crops, and what effect that's going to have on the United States. I think it's much worse than they're reporting on, honestly. You're going to see a lot of things are going to go up, up, up in price because of that. So definitely, there's a lot of crazy, crazy stuff going on. Somebody had sent me a video, and it was, what president was it? Oh my God, I can't think of his name. But anyway, he was saying, this is going back before Kennedy, I think. And he was saying, it was like 1961, the video was from. And it was talking about, he who controls the weather controls the planet. And that was a president saying that. And do I think that they have that technology? I absolutely do. Do I think it's being unleashed against us? I absolutely do. It's a game, guys. And, it's like people get mad when I call it a game. Everything is a game. Working for a living, everything is a game. Once I realized, and this is kind of weird, but once I realized that it's just a big game, I said, okay, it's all a game. It's just, it's how you play it. So if you let crazy stuff get to you, it's going to get to you. Where's the Midwest? You're talking Nebraska, Missouri, Montana, or not Montana. Let's see, Missouri, Nebraska, Wisconsin, all in that area. That's more of the Midwest. I could, MBG, I will do that in the next video. I absolutely will. Yeah, mac and cheese with Spam is good. Yeah, you know what? I got a ton of mac and cheese. All you got to do, you add the water. Butter is optional. You know what I mean? Heat that up, and, that'll stick to the ribs, as they say. So, Illinois, Dharma just said as well. What were you saying, Illinois? Yeah. So, but yeah, like I said, all we can do, guys, is do the best we can, do the best we can. And just try to, it was Lyndon Baines Johnson. Yes, thank you very much. I could not remember who said it, and thank you. I knew somebody would have it. So, yeah, but again, it's like, I was talking about that back in 1961. So let's think about what kind of technologies we've picked up in 60 years. They have those type of things, guys. The Great Lake states, Ohio, Indiana, and Michigan. Yeah, but Walmart sells boxes of mac and cheese for 25 cents. Yeah, I mean, I would get them for a quarter, like at Aldi's. You can get them for a quarter a piece. That's where I bought a bunch of them. So I do have that. That's, again, just another thing I add to the preps. And, all these things can be used. The flooding is not over. It's all coming down the Mississippi River, and it's high now. Yeah, you got to remember, guys, the Dakotas and Minnesota, all that snow is just starting to melt and come into that area as well. So there's more flooding coming for that area. So it was in his speech on weather warfare. Okay, thank you for that. Yep. What kind of beard oil do I use? God, I picked some up. Actually, I'll go grab it. I'll show you. Hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back. All right, so beard oil. This is the one that I've been using right now. It's Brisk, okay? That one's almost done. I got a very little bit left in that one. And then I just picked up this one just to try something different. So I just picked up that one. And I haven't even opened it yet, haven't even tried it yet, but that'll be the next one that I'm going to use, and we'll see how that one goes. But so yeah, that's what I use on my beard. The first computers took up an entire room, mostly for the cooling system in each section. Yeah, and look at how far they've come with the computers. You know, artificial intelligence would definitely be something that I would be concerned about as well, guys. It really would be. That is scary, scary stuff. So, hey, thank you very much. Will the military thugs turn against dumb Americans? Best regards. Okay, thank you very much for the donation. I don't think all of them will. I think there will be certain units that would. I don't believe that all of them will. I think that most people, because they have family out there, are not going to want somebody else to go against their family and be a thug, if you will. But I think that if you get the right impressionable people, I think that is, they would be like a different group of people, not your regular Army guys, not your National Guard guys and that type of stuff. I don't think that they would. And I'll tell you right now, I don't think the Marines would at all. I don't think that they would at all. Need help finding a prepper group in Virginia. Okay, Robert Dixon, if you're looking to find a group in Virginia, go to my website, preppernurse1.com. I have the Prepper Nurse One community on there. You register. It's very private. The only people that can see in there are the people that are registered. You go to your state. It's going to have your state in there for Virginia. Click on Virginia, register for Virginia, and there are people in there for there. And, maybe you can connect with somebody from your state right there, on there. And that's part of why we have that on the website. It's totally free. It doesn't cost anything. So, go check that out, okay? And that way and there's a lot of other things in there as well. We have the single preppers group. We have the disabled preppers group. We have the senior preppers group. So those are in there as well. And, there's a lot of people in there, and it's growing all the time, I'll be honest with you. We got a lot of people in there, and it's a good way to connect, talk with like-minded people that are not going to think you're crazy because you're a prepper. So, and like I said, it's a good way to find a group or just like-minded people just to, bounce ideas off of too. So that's a good way of doing it. Joseph Lowry, it's been an hour. Well, I'm going to go to 9:30, guys, on this part of it, so you just get a little bit extra. What are the chances here in California when SHTF happens? Well, the good thing about California, guys, you got to think about how much produce is produced in California. As long as you can still have access to water and keep that produce going, you guys are going to be in fairly decent shape that way. There's a lot of solar in California as well. Really, so the biggest thing is like, LA, San Diego, and stuff like that. The southern part of California would be in somewhat in trouble. Northern California would be much better shape. And again, it would depend on what the event was. I mean, every event is going to be different. So, California SHTF right now, LOL, immigration, Bob Tom just said. Well, there's definitely the issue with that. You got to remember, too, there's a lot of people leaving California. A lot of people leaving California. So, the taxes got too crazy. Do we need to worry about the New Madrid fault? Yeah, that is actually something that, again, there's so many situations that can happen that can affect everything. And the New Madrid fault line is definitely one of them. If that bad boy goes off, that's going to disrupt a lot. I want you to think about this, and like I said, I'm going to get into this more tomorrow in tomorrow's video when I'm talking about the Midwest. But we're talking about the damages of the levees, the damage to the railways, the damages to the road, to the bridges, all those type of things. They have to be fixed. And think about, number one, how much that's going to cost, and how that's going to affect everything overall. California high taxes are like Illinois high property taxes. Now are there 10 homes up for sale on my block? Dharma just said that. Yeah, I believe it. It doesn't shock me. People are leaving New York, again, same type of reason. Our taxes here are ridiculous. We got a governor who is a moron, okay, with Cuomo. and he's basically just kissing New York City's behind, and they don't care about the rest of the state. The rest of the state is pretty conservative, to be honest with you, but our taxes are ridiculous. I lived in Monroe County, okay, right up next to Rochester, and I lived in Greece, New York, and it's the highest tax county in the country. So think about that. That's where I lived. I mean, my taxes were ridiculous there. So I moved out of there. I moved down here. I wanted to leave the state, but I wasn't going to take my children away from their mother. I didn't think that was fair. And so that's why I'm still in New York. And the fact now, my daughter's going to be going to college. So, I'm here minimum at least 4 more years. And so, by that point, where am I going to have my property? And I'll probably have it where I want, and I'm going to be that much older. So, I probably will just stay here, but, people are leaving because of crazy liberals. You're right, Jeff. You are absolutely right. They're leaving California because of that. They're leaving New York because of that. They're leaving, Illinois because of that. It depends on where you are. And it's like, and New Jersey, another one. It's another ridiculous. Now they're going to have the water tax down there. It's crazy. And people are getting out. Great comment, Carolyn. Thank you for pointing out New Jersey, too. Yeah. Yeah, it's like I was and nothing against people from New Jersey, but I've been there a few times, and I call New Jersey like the armpit of the world. It is very bleak, very inhospitable down there. So I'm sorry if you're from New Jersey, please don't take offense. But New York is not any better, guys. I mean, like if you get away from New York City and you get into upstate New York, it is beautiful up here, absolutely gorgeous. So, but yeah. So let's see. Cody Linden and Dave Canterbury on Dual Survival. Oh yeah, I've watched those guys. I like those guys. I like what they do. I like that they're so different in their personalities, and I love Cody. I think Cody's awesome. He's more of a holistic type of guy. I wouldn't walk around barefoot myself, but to each their own. But I thought that there was a good pairing. You had a military guy that brings that aspect of it, and then you have your holistic guy. So I really liked what they did and the different things that they would show and stuff like that. I always thought that was really, really cool. Yeah, upstate is beautiful. I mean, like where I'm at, it's just absolutely wonderful. Money for socialism has to come from somewhere, but sustainable socialism always ends bad. Survival Prepping 101 said that. Absolutely, I agree with you 100%. That always ends bad. Socialism will not work because if you're giving out everything to people, you take away the motivation for people to help better themselves. Like I said, for me, and if you want to call it socialism, somebody called me a socialist before. I don't call me whatever you want. I really don't care. But like I said, like as far as education goes, I think education should be free. And again, my philosophy with that is, and I'm talking trade schools as well. I'm not just talking about college for, intellectual studies. I'm also talking trade schools, which you use your brain for that as well. All those should be free, and 1% of your pay for the rest of your life from that trade should go back into the educational system to help support that, to fund it. And think about that. If you had free education, you got a smart kid that, maybe wants to be a doctor, but because, he couldn't go because he couldn't afford it, he has to choose a different path. Well, if they have the brains to do that, they should be able to do it. If somebody wants to be a carpenter, somebody wants to be an electrician or a plumber, and they can do it, I think that they should absolutely do it. It should be free. And again, so if you want to call that socialism, I don't think that that's socialism. It's helping people to help themselves. So, I'm not giving anything free for somebody that wants to sit on their behind and do nothing for the rest of their life. Absolutely not. I want somebody that wants to better themselves, make a future for themselves, but are willing.
Can I take Abel?
Yes, go ahead. But are willing for the rest of their life, like I said, while they're working, to take 1% of that pay back into paying for that education because it also paid for theirs. So you tell me what you guys think of that. I just think that that's a smart way of doing it. Are there any prepper groups here in Wisconsin? I'm sure there are. Like I said, again, Brian, if you want to go to the website and check it out, preppernurse1.com in the Prepper Nurse One community, again, check that out there and go from there and see how, and register and go from there. I already talked about it earlier, so I don't want to keep going on the same thing. But if you sign on your state, there's definitely people from your state on there. Oatmeal. Yes, I store up oatmeal. Oatmeal is good for long-term storage. You know, it'll work. It's a great thing to have. Oats are a very, very good thing to have long-term, and it's a great meal. Very, very filling. Oatmeal is very, very filling, and I love oatmeal. So we need to stand strong against the red flag laws. I absolutely agree with that. There's no way that they should be having those. All it is, it's a backdoor for gun confiscation. That's all it is. And in Maryland, there was that individual that was already killed because of that, for the red flag law. And of course, you got the police version of what happened, but I don't really know. None of us will ever truly know what happens, because there was, I saw one guy on here that used to train police officers, and that somebody had said, one of the police officers, well, what if we do it this way? And he goes, well, you don't want to do it that way. You want to use the least amount of force as necessary. And the guy said, well, I write the report. And a lot of the other cops laughed. And he said that's when he stopped training police officers in self-defense and how to subdue people, because he said it made him sick to his stomach. You know, and again, they write the report. So, you know, again, guys, there's good cops, there's bad cops. There's good nurses, there's bad nurses. There's good doctors, there's bad doctors. In any field that you're in, there's going to be good and bad against anybody. Red flag laws aren't near as bad as Canada gun laws. No, Canada, I absolutely. But you guys let them hamstring you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you let them do it. You know, so it'll never happen here. Honestly, if they try to do complete gun control, there will be a revolution in this country, guaranteed, because people are not going to stand for it. They're just not going to. It's in our Constitution, and it's just not going to happen. People are not going to give them up. And even in states where they have the registration laws, which New York is one of them, there are lots of people that never registered their weapons, because I'm going to tell you right now, registration leads to confiscation. And mark my words on that. Yeah, there you go. You can grind up old-fashioned oats into a gluten-free flour for muffins and pancakes. Absolutely, you can. Absolutely. So people are already giving up guns, and it's a choice. But the thing is, they're going in the media with the brainwashing about guns being bad and stuff like that. But there's too many people in the United States that have them and are not giving them up. That's just absolutely. Maryland's minimum wage is now $15 an hour. Well, you look at how everything else has gone up, guys. You know. Look at how everything is going up in price. Store regular oats and not quick oats. White rice over brown rice. Absolutely great point. I store white rice. White rice will store a long, long time. So really good thing to prep up on. And again, what are you using that rice for? What are you using those beans for? You're using it as a filler to go along with everything else, okay? So that's why you do that. You don't, you know, you're using that as a base to add other things to it to fill you up, give you nutrition, a lot of protein in beans, guys, and so that's a really, really good thing to have. Can you store peaches? I have peaches stored up, guys. I have all kinds. I have fruit cocktail. I have peaches. I have pineapple. You know, pears. I have all those things, and in the cans, stored up, and they're good, well beyond the expert or Best By date. They're well beyond that. So, you have 20 pounds of rice and 10 pounds of beans. I'll keep building it up. That's what I would say. Thanks for the overtime, Ed. Well, you're welcome. And sorry about the issues tonight, guys. I'm going to stay back to the normal chat that I was using before until they can figure out whatever bugs that they have. You know, American History channels can find recipes for peach preserving. Yeah, there's a tremendous amount of information out there. You got to get it. You got to download it and have it in hand on paper so that you have it. Really, really good thing to do. Okay. No, I didn't get hacked. It was just I don't know what happened with the thing that I was trying the new beta thing with YouTube, trying to go that way because I know it was going to go that way, and for whatever reason it just blanked out on me. So I actually had to shut my computer down all the way, or my laptop, and then restart it. So all right, so we're going to end this now, guys. Thanks everybody else for coming back. We're over 500 people in this part as well. So thanks for joining me in the chat today. Thanks for the support. Guys, we are all in this together. That's important to remember. We got to try to help each other out as much as we can. Be supportive of each other. That's also very, very important. Remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. So that's important to remember as well. And remember, guys, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever you're trying to do, hey, thank you very much for the donation. I appreciate it. Thank you. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is yourself. Nobody else can stop you. Okay. So I will see you all tomorrow. And so I'm going to look for that report. I'm going to do another report about the Midwest and the effect that it's going to have on things. So please look for that tomorrow. Okay. I will talk to you all later. Have a great night. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.